What's up, guys? So I'm going to retest these Arkansas stones and just play with them some more. I'm going to be with my Ontario Rat in D2. I've reset the bevel using a diamond, a DMT diamond plate, which would be this one. It is the extra coarse plate. And from there I just lightly stropped it just to make sure there was no burr. So currently it has a nice crisp edge. Of course, there's absolutely no polish, just heavy scratches from the diamonds. I'm going to now use the 3K stone and see if we can't produce some better results than we got last time. Last time, I think what happened, the stone got so muddy it was just plowing into the apex, therefore it was blunting it out instead of sharpening it. So it was not only planing down the bevel sides, it was planing down the apex itself as well. So I'm going to do a few things this session to mitigate that. One is I'm going to wash the slurry off as it builds up. And two, I'm going to use more stropping strokes than edge leading strokes. Something I didn't do last time. And I gotta tell you guys, these stones remove those diamond scratches really quickly. I should have showed you where the diamond scratches were before I started, but it fades those scratches out very quick. Alright, I'm starting to develop a little slurry, so I'm going to wash it off. I think I'm pretty much there, so I'm going to go ahead and start stropping. See if I can get this stone to tease me out a really nice apex. Stone is starting to dry out just a little bit. That's not a problem. Less water means less mud. That is much better than my first results. Let me clean this mess up, come back and show you guys what we got. So this is the 3K edge. You still see some of the diamond scratches in it, but I didn't spend a whole lot of time on this stone. And it produced results very quickly. At least for D2, These stones seem to move very fast. So if that's what you're after, some fast cutting stones, these guys will definitely do it. I'm just not a fan of how soft they are. That's a personal preference though. Some folks love that. I don't. I'm gonna strop just a little bit. For as little time as I spent, this stone surprisingly removed a great deal of those diamond scratches. And that's not a bad edge at all. I would not scoff at that edge. Yeah, there's nothing at all wrong with that edge. So, I think the key is to, at least on this 3K stone, I think the key to using it and getting a clean apex is to obviously use light pressure. As the slurry starts to build, wash it off. Get rid of it. You don't want that slurry slamming into your apex. And then when you're finished, your final passes, you want to go really light and do stropping strokes. I'm sure a few edge leading strokes wouldn't be the end of the world, but to really get your apex set, I think stropping is the way to go. That also goes for the 6K as well. I think if you're setting your apex, you want to rinse any slurry off and use stropping strokes. Observations I've noticed, they work really quickly. They cut very quickly, especially on this D2. Now I've only used them on D2, so I don't know how they perform on other steels, but you know, experience tells me they're probably going to work just as quick, if not quicker, on something like 440C. They don't polish. They seem to be really muddy, really soft. There's very little polish associated with these stones. It's more of a muddy, matte kind of finish. I know for single bevel knives, Sanmai, Damascus, you know, that kind of finish may be desirable to help bring out the contrast between the steels. That's the main reason folks use Japanese water stones a lot of times on expensive Japanese knives, is to bring out that sort of distinction between the softer outer clad steel and the inner hard inner core, whatever it's made out of. For me personally, I like the you know, bright mirror type shine finishes. So what I'm going to do with this knife at this point is, since I've played with these stones, I've got a fair representation of how they act and perform. I'm going to take this to probably my Sharpening or maybe my Nanowa Pro stones and really get the bevel shined up. I've also got to get rid of some of these diamond scratches that are still left. But again, these stones took out quite a bit of those, which is very surprising for a 3 and a 6K stone. Anyway, guys, just a follow-up video to my last one. I should have lapped these stones from the start. I know better than to do that, but I didn't. I just jumped with them straight out of the box. But you know, I really don't think it made much of a difference as far as removing anything on the outer layer. They seem to have cut the same. They seem to have gotten as muddy, just the same texture, same feel. So I don't really see any difference between not lapping them and lapping them. But you know, there you have it. At least you can say you've done it. That can no longer be a problem. If you guys have any more questions or comments, as always, leave them below. I appreciate y'all watching. Have a good one.